I know a lot of you want me to make videos about homesteading and chocolate cakes. I'll get to that, but I'm going to tell you right now, it feels pretty dang superficial for me today to stand and smile in my kitchen and to make you a chocolate cake and to act like nothing is going on. I just don't have that mental capability today. So, good morning. Turkey 2 says good morning. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I'm a hot mess. It is what it is, but hot mess is what you're going to become too, because if you're awake, you have just been set on a 24-hour workday. Let's talk about all that's going on, some facts, a little bit of opinion, and let's put some faith into it. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been a subscriber and a follower for a long time, thank you for being here. We appreciate your support. If you watch my videos from time to time and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share, because this is a great community of people that are truth tellers and want everybody to succeed, and we want everybody to be safe and healthy and happy. And that's what this is, and this is what I focus on, keeping this channel and keeping the people that are here. That's what we allow. So here's the deal. You know what's happened within the last 12 hours, 24 hours, depending on what time I get this video up. Mr. Putin ain't a bluffer. And, you know, there's parts of this that really I have to fight my own little personal thoughts or ego. We all have that. You have an ego too. You know, we kind of want to sit and go, well, you were told. We told you. Or, you know, or I don't know. But it is what it is, folks. Let me tell you right now what I feel, and, you know, my opinion. Folks, with inflation, my opinion isn't worth anything. I used to say it's worth maybe it's worth a quarter that might buy you a cup of coffee. Those days are long gone now. And you're fighting this just like I am. So we're all in. Guess what, sister? You're in it now. The days of fighting about silly things that we've all been fighting about the last 2 years, or a lot of people have been fighting about, things that really irritate me and I try not to fight about. Guess what just happened? It's flown out the window. You have a new crisis today. You know, and I say that because I don't know where this is going to go. You don't either. So let's not have a Twitter war and have all these little opinions and comments and fights, because that's not what this video is intended to be about. It's about getting you up off your butt. There's a lot of potentials here that we are facing. They're here. You know, some people would tell you, you know, if you haven't started preparing your home, preparing your mind, preparing your spirit, preparing your pantry, in a lot of ways, you might be too late. I'm not giving up on that just yet. I try to remind people, to motivate them on how hard moving into a more self-reliant lifestyle is, in terms of understanding the time frame that it takes for that to happen. That can be discouraging for some people, but the reality is anything that you can do for yourself, as soon as you stop, I want you to finish the video, but if you go put me and plug me into the car and listen as you go somewhere and you get items today. Let me tell you first and foremost what just happened to me this morning, because I got up extra early. I had a nightmare, and I did, and something told me to go get more baking powder. I know that sounds so stupid. You may have laughed. I kind of chuckle when I say it, but I think it's symbolic. I was dreaming that I did not have enough baking powder. What that means, I don't know. The obvious is the obvious, but there may be other underlying things with what I'm thinking or fearing or feeling. So I got up this morning and I went and got baking powder, and I went to the Aldi, and right in front of my face. So with this particular Aldi that I go to, and the reason I go to it is because there's also a Dollar Tree not too far away that's still $1. And so I try to go to places where, I try to shop in places that, are really concentrated with a couple of places that I can do errands, okay? Even if I have to drive a little bit further, it might make a little bit more sense for me to go there because I can hit a couple more places in one trip. So I was standing there in the canning aisle and I was looking at canned tuna, and behind me is where they stack on pallets, ironically, pallets of their sugar and their flour. And I watched the little guy come around the corner, bless his heart, real nice worker there. And he had one of those yellow tags in his hand. And I was like, oh, he's about to price change something right now in front of my face. Sugar at Aldi, couple of the Aldis are $1.98 in different places around East Tennessee, and some of them have been $2.02. These prices have been around since way before Christmas. They went up to this price, but it has remained at that price. And I know this because I hit these stores about once every week for something, or once every 2 weeks, whatever. Sugar right in front of me. He pulled the 202 tag. This is for a 4-pound bag of sugar. This is at 8 o'clock this morning after they opened. Pulled the tag, 202, to $2.33 per bag. We've talked about this before. Folks, if you were going out today and you were buying something that was $202 and you put it off and you showed up tomorrow and it was $231, excuse me, you would absolutely, you take a double take at that. If you went today and bought something for 57 cents and you show up tomorrow and it's 80 cents, a friend of mine just said, add a zero to that. If you want to put it in context of really what's going on, think about you going and buying something for $570, whatever it is that you need or you really want, or you're used to getting for $570. And you show up the next day and it's $800, you're going to take a double take. That's happened with their French onion soup. See, those packs of those double French onion soups, 57 cents, they're 80 cents today. Folks, I don't have to tell you what's going on. If for anybody that's like, what's going on? I don't watch the news. I don't know what's happening. If you don't know anything that's happened in the last 2 years of your life, I don't think we can help you today. There's not enough time to even, nobody has the time to sit and explain. You're just going to have to believe and trust and start experiencing the pain as well. The bottom line is, folks, I have said this in multiple videos. I have been saying this for years on this channel. If you are not answering the call to do what you need to do for yourself, your friends and family, your children, I do not know whatever is going to motivate you. I really, really don't. And the fact of the matter is, at this point, again, here we are 2 years later after this incredible experience we've had the last 2 years. Now we've entered into basically a war realm. We're just getting slammed from one thing to another. I said this back in August with the entire, there is no word for me to use over how I feel about Afghanistan and how that was handled and losing all of those precious lives. That was very traumatic for me and traumatic for so many of you. And I'm just sitting here saying again and again, it's like a broken record. I don't know what it's going to take for anybody to understand. I guess when you finally get up and go to the grocery store and, you can't afford to buy a gallon of milk because it has tripled in price in the last 2 days, or they don't have it anymore because the people that were trying their best to do their due diligence went and got certain items. And it's really not about, can you get your hands on items anymore? Like I said in the last video and the video or two before that, are you even going to be able to afford it? I'm so pissed off and I am so upset, and I submit to you that I am fearful of a lot of things that are going on. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, well, you just believe that this is going on this way. None of you know exactly what I think, and I don't know anything that you think. Just because I'm telling you to go stock your pantry, or to make sure you have your self-protection, or to make sure that you're caught up on paying off whatever you can pay off, doesn't mean that I think the reason, things are happening because the news tells you that they're happening because of certain things, or because ugly people that fight on Twitter are telling you, well, it's because of this person, or it's because of that person, or if this yeah, well, maybe not, I don't know. I'm bowing out of all of those arguments. You need to work with what you've got in front of you today. Russia is taking over its Ukraine. That's what they think. You have no leadership here in the United States. Inflation is going to be incredible, it appears. Stagflation is the big word. Have you heard that one bouncing around in the past couple months? Do you have what you need to have to feed yourself, your children, your cat, your dog, and your dairy cow? I am telling you right now, I said in the last video, I'm not going to beg you, and I'm never going to beg. But I'm telling you right now, I heard somebody say today, if you haven't started, it's very likely too late. It could be too late. Let's not believe that yet. Whatever you need to do, don't call and ask your mama for permission, because your mama may not be on board with you. And your mama's not going to be able to help you when neither one of you are going to be able to eat. You have got to take the bull. I mean, you have literally got to be all hands on deck, full force, taking care of you, taking care of yourself. Do not for 1 second at this time believe that anybody around you is going to take care of you. Because I have the worst thing to say, and I'm going to say it. The people that have been on the wall telling you in recent months, the last 2 years, the last 10 years, the last 20 years, they've been just wearing themselves out. You went to the family reunion and, you have that crazy uncle or that crazy cousin that talks about all this stuff all the time. You're like, I wish he'd just shut up and da-da-da-da-da. Guess what? All of these people have a boundary that they have all set somewhere. You better listen to me, because I'm telling you the doggone truth. Every person that has been killing themselves, doing their due diligence to warn people, to pray with people, to take care of business at home, to try to take care of their family, and to do all of these things, every single one of them have set a boundary. They're all different, I'm sure. And what I'm saying is they have a boundary in terms of where they will stop, in terms of being helpful to you. I have said in many videos in the past that you have to let these people that are not listening, that are not awake, you better let them go. Because it's just going to that stress of worrying about other people. And if you are like that, you're worrying and trying to work with others. The reason you're doing that is because you understand the big picture, and you understand we all need each other, and you understand all of these things because you're a good person. If no one's told you that, you're not crazy, you're not stupid, you're not neurotic, you're not, you're not all the... You have a special gift of discernment and being aware, of having awareness. You're a rare breed, baby. You're that one beautiful feather on that bird, unlike any of the others. And it makes that big bird totally unique. You're that saving grace. But what I'm warning the rest of these people is, even them, if you're in that boat, if you're that person, which a lot of you are, I try to be, we all have a stopping point. At what point do we all raise our hands up and go, my God, if you don't understand something today, you never will. And we don't turn it off or turn you off because we're trying to be mean to somebody. It's just, everybody will have to turn inward and take care of their own. That's the push. Please start taking care of your business and yourself, because everybody's going to have to turn inward. That's the working together part. If everybody is doing their due diligence as best they can, it's going to be less of a strain on the whole. Now, for all you people out there that just got loads and loads and loads of the American dollar, and you think it's funny that I talk about something going from 202 to, over $2.30 overnight, so what? Do the math on that, like I said. What is the percentage of increase on that? Apply that across the board, and think of all the people that are suddenly overnight hit with that. Did you get a pay increase on your job like that overnight? Well, here's my smart aleck mouth coming out. Well, a lot of people, if they wanted to go have a job, they could, and they're all over the place here. You could have 5 jobs here where I live. I mean, you could could work yourself stupid. I mean, so it's not really about but at the same time, most people that have a steady job and have a family to take care of and have a farm to take care of, and you truly, or maybe they're homeschooling their children, we can't go work 5 jobs. We have to take care of home too. So understand, I'm being a little cute there, and I'm admitting that to you. But my point is, you're being slammed in the mud, and I don't even know if you know it. You guys know it. This is for that one person that has not done anything yet. This is for that person that is literally listening to me and might think that I'm still crazy. I'm not going to tell you to turn on the news, because, like many of us here, we question the facts of what all we're hearing and seeing. But the reality is, I want you today, on this day, take your phone, because every one of us got to have one, or your mama, or your wife, or whoever. Take a picture of what your gas price is today. Take a picture of how much sugar is on the shelf. Take a picture of how much milk is on the shelf. I went yesterday and I priced fertilizer. You're paying $27 for a bag of 19 at my local farm supply now. $27. They didn't have many. So we've been on the wall. We've been telling you. We've been saying. We're not trying to. I try to say to people that I don't want to scare people with what I say and what I think. I'm like, well, if I sat you down and I really told you what I thought, then I would scare you. This is not scary. This is trying to really speak to you and to motivate you to take care of anything and everything you can. I said, do the 5 can challenge. Came back and said, you might want to up that, because look what's going on. And then boom, here we are. This could all end up that we're all, we might just be, it might be nothing, and we're just sitting around drinking margaritas in a couple years. But at this rate, I'm not sure we can afford a margarita. I know a lot of you want me to make videos about homesteading and chocolate cakes. I'll get to that, but I'm going to tell you right now, it feels pretty dang superficial for me today to stand and smile in my kitchen and to make you a chocolate cake and to act like nothing is going on. I just don't have that mental capability today. I don't. So I'm not telling you not to do normal things and to do things that you love. And I'm not telling you I'll never make chocolate cake or biscuits again on my channel, because that is part of my life. But that is not what is important today. It is important that you have items to make a chocolate cake, and that you can make chocolate cake a year from now. But we need to be speaking to each other in full support and in truth and love. And if you haven't talked to God today, please do so. He is turning your head so high up to Him. Do not deny it. I got to get back to work. It's going to be 24/7. Farmers are already 24/7. The Good Shepherds are 24/7. It's just now up to you whether or not you join us. Be smart. See you on the next video.